Welcome to Behind the Curtain, IMO. I'm Betsy Jordan. Today I want to talk about what I believe is one of the most dangerous escalations in American politics that we have ever seen. President Donald Trump and his Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth have called in hundreds of generals and admirals. By some reports, close to 100 of our top brass were summoned, and at least 80 of them sat in the room. And what Trump told them should alarm every single American.
The Democrats run most of the cities that are in bad shape. We have many cities in great shape, too, by the way. I want you to know that. But it seems that the ones that are run by the radical left Democrats, what they've done to San Francisco, Chicago, New York, Los Angeles, they're very unsafe places. And we're going to straighten them out one by one. And this is going to be a major part for some of the people in this room. That's a war, too. It's a war from within. Controlling the physical territory of our border is essential to national security. But I want to salute every service member who has helped us carry out this critical mission. It's really a very important mission. And I told Pete we should use some of these dangerous cities as training grounds for our military, National Guard, but military.
He said, the enemy is from within. He said, America is under invasion from within. And he told those generals that America's most dangerous cities could be used as training grounds for the military. Now, let's be clear. The United States military swears an oath to the Constitution, not to the president, and our laws are very specific. The Posse Comitatus Act forbids the use of U.S. military as a domestic police force. The only exception is the Insurrection Act, a law that has been invoked sparingly during moments of genuine crisis, like Eisenhower sending troops in to enforce desegregation in Little Rock, or George H.W. Bush during the Los Angeles riots when California requested the help. But what we're hearing now is very, very different. This is not about enforcing civil rights. This is not about helping a governor restore order. This is about a president reframing his political opponents and entire American cities as the enemy. Part of the year I live in Washington, D.C. I see this with my own eyes. The National Guard is still here, deployed in our city. They've been extended through December. They sit at our monuments, our metro stations, our neighborhoods. And the truth is, most of the time, they have nothing to do. This costs us millions of dollars every single day. And for what? Not because DC asked for it. What we asked for was targeted policing. We asked for resources to manage crime where it exists. And we asked for funding for our jails. We know that targeted policing works. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book, What the Dog Saw, breaks down the research. Smart, focused policing reduces crime, but flooding our streets with troops, that doesn't make us safer. It only makes us look more dangerous. And that perception drives tourists away. It shuts down businesses. It damages the city's economy and reputation. The perception becomes the problem, not the reality. So when Trump and Hegseth stood before the generals and said, our enemy is within, our war is in the cities, what they're really doing is inviting the military to see ordinary Americans, ordinary urban communities, and even political opposition as legitimate military targets. That's not law enforcement. That's intimidation. And if it becomes normalized, it risks turning our elections into militarized zones where people are afraid to vote or afraid their voices don't matter because the military has been politicized. And here's the bottom line. Militarizing our cities doesn't solve crime. It doesn't create safety. It creates fear. It's expensive, unnecessary, and dangerous to our democracy. The generals who sat in that room know this. They know their oath is to the Constitution, not to the president's personal crusade. But the more Trump pushes this war within rhetoric, the more he risks dragging our military into politics and dragging our country further apart. So do we want a military that protects the Constitution or the military that serves one man? That's the question we're facing, and we need to be clear about the answer. This has been Behind the Curtain, IMO. Thank you for being here.